Alright, so I put the nest boxes in a couple days ago, and what I want to do now is just build some kind of, almost like a ladder for them to kind of hop on to get up there, and also dual purpose, they can roost on the ladder. So we'll put it on like an angle so that it comes down towards the ground, and a couple rings to jump on. Make it nice and wide. Probably won't make it the entire width, but maybe something like that wide. I've only got 5 birds right now, so should be fine. And I decided I want to try to utilize some bamboo that I have. I got some bamboo growing actually just past the coop. This is an old pole I'm going to try to use. We're going to drill some holes in it and see what we can do. So what I did first is I got a bamboo rod here, and I drilled a couple holes in it. I'm going to put a bamboo peg just as a rod, put a peg right there to attach it with some glue, and then I'll wrap it with some rope. This will give me kind of like a roost all the way across with a small gap. They can jump between the nest box. They can just walk over, easy peasy for them. All right, let's go in here. When you want to grab a new bamboo, make sure you don't grab one that hasn't even made branches yet. So when you look at all these bamboos, this one's really new, hasn't even made branches. It's super flexible and bendy, easily broken. This one next to it's more yellow. The one I'm going to cut is this here. It's got lots of branches on it. It's a little yellow. It's probably last year's cane. It's going to be nice and tough, and that's the one we're going to take. All right. One of the first things I did was I took a smaller bamboo, cut a couple of rods, and found a drill bit that was most appropriate, which was about 3/8 of an inch. It was a little small, so I had to shave the bamboo rod, like the one that's cleaned up. Shaved it just to fit in there real good. So we're gonna put it in there for now, see how it fits. One of the problems I had putting the 3/8 of an inch drill on here was it split the end. So maybe start with a smaller drill bit and then increase it, which is what I'm going to try to do on the next side. So I'm just going to put that there to hold it. I'm not gluing it in yet. Alright, so put a smaller bit on here, see if we can keep it from splitting. Let's see, get the angle right. I think that's the right size. I'm going to step it up one time before I go all the way up to the 3/8 of an inch. Just trying to keep the bamboo from splitting. Now this one does have a node, an internode or node. So it's a little bit more stable. Won't split as easy as the other side. All right, test. What we're gonna need to do is just shave this down a little bit so it fits. Test it, see if it goes in. All right, we should be good there. Let's get the glue. Just got glue all over my hand. Okay. All right, it's all the way through. Take a look here. So we've got the bamboo rod. This is actually pretty stable the way it is, but we're gonna glue the other side, and then I'm still gonna wrap it with some cord. Okay, there it goes. So it's nice. I'm still gonna wrap it, and then we'll start building a little ladder off of it. So I was thinking I was gonna use bamboo. I was gonna cut some bamboo rods, but then I remembered I had all these small poles that I had cut, clearing an area out. They're not as big as I want them to be, but I think that these will work instead of cutting bamboo. So I'm gonna give it a try, see if we can make a little ladder out of these instead of the bamboo. All right, well, I think that's kind of the layout. I just have them resting there that I'm gonna go with. A lot of people would ask me, why would you use these round poles like this when you could just get 2x4s for $4? So much easier. But I just find it fun to a little bit harder on yourself to do something different. Like if you had to rely on round poles, or you know, maybe just a learning technique. How do I use round poles? Things like that. So it's just working with different materials helps you. It's a little bit fun for me. I enjoy that process. So that's why I'm going with round poles. Even this whole little structure here, I'm just going to tie it all up. I'm going to tie those first, and then I'll cut some ladder horizontals, and I'll tie those on, and we'll be about done. Easy. I tried to build it without any metal screws or nails or anything. So we did all kinds of little wooden dowels. I made the dowels out of bamboo. So this was just fun for me. I had the lumber, and I just decided to see if I could build it without metal. So this wasn't building with round poles or anything, but I used pegs instead of nails or screws on the whole thing. So that's kind of was just an idea. We made this wall, nice solid wall out of bamboo poles. We got a lot of this bamboo growing, so I wanted to utilize it and see what I could do with it. So it's just playing around, and of course it does save couple dollars, but it's not about the money. It's really about just playing around and having fun with it. So okay, so I think what I'm gonna do now, I've got a couple rings there. I mean, I could leave it just like this. I think chickens would be fine as they hop on here. You know, they hop up, they'll probably roost on this, jump up in their nest boxes. But I think I'm gonna put some posts, some stakes, some thin bamboo stakes here on the ground, you know, shove them in there, and then tie this to those stakes just so it lift up and down for whatever reason. So now we got those staked. I'm just gonna tie them. That'll kind of hold this whole thing solid to the ground. Okay, so this is the final finished ladder, roosting ladder, I guess. We've got holding it down here. I got some twine, baling twine, a little bit of everything, just to hold it all together. I think they'll like it. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.